Good morning, children. I, Rajesh Kumar, welcomes you in today's class. And children, in today's class, we are going to learn about the topic understanding quadrilaterals. This is our next topic, that is understanding quadrilaterals. And children, in this topic, understanding quadrilateral, we have to learn first about the curves and their types of curves. And in types of curves we have to learn about open curves, simple curve, non-simple curve, closed curve. Then we have to learn about the polygons and the classification of polygons. In the classification of polygons we have learned about triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, and so on. Then after this we have to learn the quadrilaterals. And children, in this quadrilaterals we have to learn their types and the properties. And we know that quadrilateral is mainly divided into three types: parallelogram, trapezium, and the third one is kite. And parallelogram is further classified into three categories, that is rectangle, square, and rhombus. Now children, we have to learn each and every concept in detail one by one. So children, let us start first about the curves. Now children, pay attention everyone. Now children, we will start with curve. Curve is what? Simply you have to remember, a curve is a continuous and smooth flowing line. A curve is a continuous and smooth flowing line is called a curve. Children, for example, you may draw like this. This is a curve. This is a curve. This is also a curve. Now children, after this we will learn the various types of curves. Types of curves. Number one, we will discuss, children, please pay attention. Closed curve. Closed curve. Closed curve, children, are those curves that don't have any endpoints and it encloses an area. It encloses some area. For example, look children, this is a circle. It has no endpoint. This is a triangle. This also has no endpoints. Like this. This figure has also no endpoint. But all these three figures encloses some area. That is why such type of figures are called closed curve, having no endpoint and encloses an area. Such type of curve called closed curve. Now children, after this, next we will learn, that is open curve. Next is what? This B part. Open curve. Open curves are those that are not closed, like this. This is not closed. This is also not closed. So children, you have to say that Open curves are those curves that having two endpoints, like this. This is the first one, this is the second endpoint. They were not meeting at endpoint. Having two endpoints and does not encloses area. Such type of curves are called open curve. Next, children, we will learn after open curve, simple curve. Third one is simple curve. Simple curve. These are those curves, children. These are those curves that can change their direction. But cannot cross to one another. These are those curves that can change their directions, but cannot cross itself. Such type of curves are called simple curves. And children, you must remember, simple curve may be open. Simple curves may be open, or simple curve may be open or may be closed. All these two. This is what? This is closed, so that we can say that these are the simple closed curve. These are the simple open curves. So children, you must remember, simple curve may be open, may be closed. The next one is fourth one. The fourth one is we are going to discuss, that is non-simple curve. Non-simple curve. So children, simply remember this. Non-simple curves are those curves that crosses its own path. That crosses its own path. For example, like this. Like this. They cross their own path. Such type of curves are called non-simple curves. Here also, children, non-simple curves may be closed, may be open. Non-simple curves may be simple. You may write down directly non-simple closed curve and non-simple open curve. So children, you have to remember, non-simple curve may be closed like this and may be open like this. Children, please copy this. After that, we will learn what are polygons. polygons. Next is what? Polygons. Polygons. Now children, the polygons are what? Polygons are what? These are the simple closed figures. These are the simple closed curves that are made up of line segments. A simple closed curve made up of line segments. For example, this is a closed figure. And its name is triangle. So triangle is also a polygon. Another example we will take. This is one side, two side, three side, four side, and five side. This is pentagon. This is also a what? Polygon. This is also a polygon. And this is also a polygon. All the shapes that are made up of line segments are called polygons. Now children, all the polygons further classify on the basis of their sides. Now we will discuss one by one each type of that polygons. Types of polygons on the basis of sides. Now children, remember, on the basis of sides, polygons are classified like this. Number one, triangle. 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 Triangle is a polygon. A polygon having three sides. So children, you must remember this. Any three-sided polygon is always called triangle. Similarly, we can do the next one. Quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. It means a polygon having four sides. All the four-sided figures, just like a square, rectangle, trapezium, all are quadrilaterals because they all have what? Four sides, so they are termed as polygons also. Quadrilaterals are what? A polygon having four sides. Next is pentagon. Penta stands for 5. So a polygon having 5 sides. A polygon having 5 sides is called what? Pentagon. Next, fourth one, hexagon. Hexa means 6. A polygon having 6 sides is called hexagon. Next, fifth one, septa. septagon, or you can say heptagon. Both have the same thing, a polygon, a polygon, a polygon, a polygon having 7 sides. A 7-sided polygon is called either septagon or you can say heptagon. Next, octagon. Children, octa means 8. So a polygon having 8 sides is called octagon. Next is 7th one, nonagon. 7th one is nonagon. Nonagon. Nonagon means a polygon having 9 sides. A 9-sided closed figure is termed as nonagon. Next is the last one we will discuss here, decagon. Decagon. A polygon having 10 sides. A 10-sided polygon is called decagon, and so on. You can check on the net. You will get more. If the side 11, 12, they are also termed as like that. 11-sided polygon, 12-sided polygon, and so on, children. After this, we will learn the diagonals. Now children, after this, the next very important term, that is diagonals. N-E-L-S. Diagonals are what? Children, please pay attention, everyone here. This is a quadrilateral. This is also a quadrilateral because it has one side, two sides, 1, 2, 3 and 4 sides. This is also one side, two sides, 3 sides and 4 sides. It means this is a quadrilateral. So children, always remember, diagonal is what? Diagonal is a line. Diagonal is a line segment that joins what? That joins the two non-consecutive vertex. Diagonals are what? The line segment that join the two non-consecutive vertex. Similarly, here you can also draw like this. This is the diagonal and this is also the diagonal. So diagonal is what? A straight line, or you can say a line segment that joins two non-consecutive vertices. In this quadrilateral, this is one of the diagonal and this one is the second diagonal. Here also, this is the one diagonal and this is the second one. So children, remember, diagonal may be inside of that polygon, inside of the quadrilateral. Diagonal may be outside of the polygon or outside of the quadrilateral, you may say that. It may be inside, it may be outside. This is the diagonal, children. After this, we have to learn the next important term is regular polygon. Regular polygon. Children, regular polygon. Regular polygon means these are those polygons. These are those polygons like this. This is a polygon in which this is 3 centimeter, this is 3 centimeter, this is 3 centimeter. It means all the three sides will be of 3 centimeter length. It means they are all are equal. So it becomes an equilateral triangle, and we know that in equilateral triangle each angle is equals to 60 degree, 60 degree, 60 degree. So children, remember, regular polygons are those polygons in which all sides should be equal and each angle should also be equal. All sides and all angles should be equal are called regular polygons. Otherwise, if not equal, otherwise it is called irregular polygon. Irregular polygon. This is regular polygon, and I am drawing a scalene triangle, 5 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 8 centimeter. This is irregular polygon. Irregular polygon. So children, you must differentiate between regular polygon and irregular polygon. In irregular polygon, all sides equal and all angles will also be equal. It is automatically different. If all sides were unequal, the angle also will be different. And if the all sides should be equal, the angles automatically becomes equal. This is regular polygon, this is irregular polygon. Now children, next write down. Next is what, children? Please pay attention. Convex. Convex polygon. Very, very important, children. Convex polygon. Children, look. Convex polygon means these are those polygons in which their diagonals must lie inside it. Diagonals must lie inside the polygon. Inside the polygon. For example, like this. This is a pentagon, a quadrilateral, pentagon, a polygon, in which this is the one of the diagonal, this is the second diagonal, this is the third diagonal, this is the fourth diagonal, and this is the fifth diagonal. All diagonals lies inside the polygon. So this is called what? Convex polygon. Convex polygon. And children, on the other hand, if any one of the diagonals lying outside it, they term concave polygon. So I am going to write on the next one, that is concave polygon. Concave polygon means diagonals lies outside the polygon. For example, this is a polygon. Here one of the diagonal is this and the next diagonal is this. Here one of the diagonal lie outside the polygon. So this is called concave polygon. It's called concave polygon. Now children, after this we will learn the property, the angle sum property of polygon. Next is angle sum, sum property of a triangle, sorry, polygon. The next is angle sum property of a polygon. So children, here suppose we have a polygon like this, a polygon like this. So these are the angles, these four angles, angle 1, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. All these angles are interior angles. All these four angles are the interior angles. And the next is like this. The figure is like this. This is the one angle, this is the second angle, and this is the third angle. 1, 2, 3. And all these three angles are exterior angle. Exterior angle. Exterior angle. Exterior angle. So children, we must learn the property. The property is what? Sum of all the exterior angles of a polygon is equals to 360 degree. Always, whatever the polygon may be quadrilateral, may be triangle, may be pentagon, whatever, but the sum of all the exterior angles of a polygon is 360 degree, and sum of all the interior angles of a polygon is equals to, please listen, n minus 2 into 180 degree. This is the formula, n minus 2 into 180 degree, where n is equals to number of sides of the polygon. N minus 2 into 180. Now children, we know that this is a quadrilateral. The sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is always 360 degree. Is always 360 degree. Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 is always 360 degree. Now we can check whether this formula is correct or not. Here, now I am going to erase this one. See how we can check whether this formula is applicable here or not. Now look here, number of sides 1, 2, 3, 4, n is 4. So sum of all the interior angles of a quadrilateral is equals to, the formula is n minus 2 into 180 degree. Here n is what? 4. 4 minus 2 into 180 degree. Now it becomes what? 4 minus 2 is 2 into 180 degree. It becomes 360 degree. Children, now if we want to find the sum of the interior angles, we can apply this formula, n minus 2 into 180 degree. We will take one more example. Now look, I am drawing a hexagon here. This is hexagon and these are the interior angles. And we know that hexagon having 6 sides. So sum of all the interior angles of hexagon is equals to, that formula is n minus 2 into 180 degree. So it becomes 6 minus 2 into 180 degree. It becomes 4 into 180 degree, and now it becomes 4 zeros are 0, 4 8 are 32, 2, 4 1 are 4, 4 and 3 7, 720 degree. Now this is the way we can find the sum of all the interior angles of any of the polygon. Children, understood? After this we will learn the next quadrilaterals, our main topic, understanding quadrilateral. Now children, no thus, no cara, no para, no para. Now children, next is quadrilaterals. Quadrilateral is what? A polygon. Quadrilateral is what? A polygon having 4 sides. Having 4 sides is called quadrilaterals. Now children, look at the board everyone, like this. This is a 4-sided figure, side 1, side 2, side 3 and side 4. This polygon is called quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Now we will name this quadrilateral A, B, C and D. So this is quadrilateral A, B, C and D. Now children, after this quadrilateral, we have to discuss their parts. A quadrilateral having 10 parts. A quadrilateral have 10 parts. And these parts are what? 4 sides, 4 angles and the 2 diagonals. Now children, we have to identify what are the 4 sides in this quadrilateral. So now look, this is what? AB. AB is the first side of this quadrilateral. So AB is the first side. Then the next one is BC. BC is the second side. Then comes CD. CD is the third side. And the last one is DA. This is the fourth side. So children, every quadrilateral have 4 sides. Then comes 4 angles. So children, angles are what? Angles are the corners. These corners are termed as an angle. This and this. So it means it has how many angles? Angle 1, 2, 3 and angle 4. So children, we can write down every quadrilateral have 4 angles. Angle A, angle B, angle C and the last one angle D. Then comes the 2 diagonals. Diagonals are what? Diagonals are the line segment that join the 2 non-consecutive points like this. This becomes diagonal. This is the diagonal 1 AC and this is the second diagonal Diagonal DB. So children, always remember, in a quadrilateral we have what? We have 4 sides, 4 angles and 2 diagonals. Now children, after quadrilateral we will learn their types. So children, let us start their types. Children, quadrilaterals is mainly divided into 3 types. One is parallelogram, then trapezium, then comes kite. Children, these are the 3 types of this quadrilateral. Number 1 is parallelogram, then trapezium, then kite. And children, this parallelogram is further divided into 3 types, and that are rectangle, rhombus and square. So children, you must remember all these types of the quadrilaterals. Quadrilateral first divided into 3 categories, that is parallelogram, trapezium and the kite. Then comes the parallelogram is further divided into what? Rectangle, rhombus and square. Now children, we will learn all these types one by one. Children, understood? Now for this, what we have to do? We have to draw the board into 3 columns. Then we have to learn the properties and the shapes, the types of that quadrilateral. See. Here we have to write down shape. Here we have to write down the name, and here we have to write down their properties. Now children, look. First we will discuss what? Parallelogram. So the shape of the parallelogram is like this. This is a parallelogram. The name of this figure is parallelogram. And the symbol for parallelogram is like this. Parallel, symbol of parallel sign and then GM. This is a parallelogram. Now children, you must learn their properties, what parallelograms are. Children, always remember, in the parallelogram, this one side and this the second side. The opposite sides always equal. And these 2 opposite sides, this one and this one, is also equal. Now, you also learn this angle is equal to this angle. These 2 opposite angles were equal. And these 2 opposite angles also equal. And bisect each other means this portion is equal to this portion and this portion is equal to this portion. Now children, name this parallelogram A, B, C and D. Now we should write down their property. First property is opposite sides and angles are equal. Please everyone pay attention. In parallelogram, opposite sides and opposite angles were equal. Then the second is diagonal bisect each other. Diagonal bisects each other. Next comes their types. Rectangle. Rectangle. This is rectangle. Children, as rectangle is the type of parallelogram, so it possesses all the properties of parallelogram. But the difference is this: in rectangle, each these four angles equals to 90 degree. Each angle equals to 90 degree. In parallelogram, each angle not equals to 90 degree. It is a tilted figure. Then children, you also write down the next property of the rectangle. Diagonals are equal. Diagonals are equal. Diagonals are equal. In rectangle, diagonals are equal. Next type is rhombus. Next is rhombus. Next is rhombus. Now children, this figure is rhombus. As this is also the type of parallelogram, it possesses all the properties of rectangle. All the properties of parallelogram. It possesses all the properties of the parallelogram. And one more property that makes rhombus different from that rectangle and parallelogram is what? Diagonals are perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. Children, perpendicular bisector means the diagonals of this rhombus bisect each other at 90 degrees. This is equal to this portion, this is equal to this portion. This is rhombus. This is the difference. In rectangle, diagonals are not perpendicular bisector. In parallelogram, diagonals are not perpendicular bisector. But in rhombus, diagonals are perpendicular bisector. Next type is square. Next is children square. Third one is Third one is square. It is square. We know that square is what? Square is a figure whose all sides equal and each angle is equal to 90 degree. So now we will discuss their properties. As it is also a type of what? It is a type of parallelogram. So it possesses all the properties of parallelogram. And look children, in square each angle is 90 degree. In rectangle also each angle is 90 degree. So it possesses all the properties of rectangle also. All the properties of rectangle possessed by this square. Now children, as square, all sides equal, in rhombus also, all sides equal. The only difference is what? In square, we have each angle is equal to 90 degree in square, and in rhombus, each angle is not 90 degree. So, this square also possesses the properties of rhombus. Third, all properties of rhombus also. A square possesses all properties of rhombus also. Now children, next we will learn the trapezium. Now, trapezium. This is trapezium A, B, C and D. This is parallel to this and this is non-parallel. This is trapezium. Children, look, trapezium is what? In which one pair is parallel and the second pair is non-parallel. One pair of opposite sides are parallel and other one is non-parallel. And children, you must learn one special type of the trapezium. The special type of trapezium is what? This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. This is parallel to this and this is non-parallel, but these are equal. If the non-parallel sides were equal, such type of trapezium called isosceles trapezium. Isosceles trapezium. Isosceles trapezium are what? In which non-parallel sides are equal. Please children, everyone learn this. Isosceles trapezium is what? In which non-parallel sides are equal. Then it becomes isosceles trapezium. Children, now the last one is kite. This is equal to this and this side is equal to this side. This is a kite, children. Kite. In which adjacent pairs are of equal in length. And second, diagonals of this kite are perpendicular to one another. Diagonals are perpendicular to one another. Diagonals are perpendicular to one another. Now children, you have to learn their third property also. In kite, the angle formed by the shortest side and this longest side, or you can say one pair of this side, that is the two unequal pairs. The angle formed by the two unequal sides is equals to the angle formed by the two unequal sides, always equal. Here angle B is equals to angle D. So children, this is all about what? The kites. And we have learned about quadrilaterals and their types. Children, just recall once again, quadrilateral is what? A four-sided closed figure. Their types. Quadrilateral is mainly divided into three categories: parallelogram, then trapezium, then kite. And then parallelogram is further divided into three types: rectangle, rhombus and square. So children, you have to learn all these types and their properties. In the next class, we will learn how to use these properties to solve the various questions. Thank you children, thank you very much.